Hi there, my name's Charlotte and I'm here from SR Nutrition. I am doing today a little video blog all about herbal teas during pregnancy. Now, when I first started writing and researching about herbal teas during pregnancy, I thought it was going to be quite a simple one to write about. But actually it is a little bit more complicated, and it's ended up me writing two blogs on this topic. The first one is all about recommendations and safety around herbal teas during pregnancy. And the second one is about staying hydrated during pregnancy and what herbal teas are safe options to consume during pregnancy. So do check both of those out, but today I'm going to go over some of that information from those two blogs. So first of all, what are the recommendations? Well, when it comes to herbal teas, the NHS and the Food Standards Agency both recommend that we should have no more than about 4 herbal teas a day during pregnancy. So 4 is the maximum number of herbal teas that we should have during pregnancy each day. And the reason for that is because we just don't have much data on the safety and the effectiveness of herbal teas. So it's really important that we don't go over the top and consume too many. There are also some herbal teas that are recommended to be avoided, and these I have listed on my blog. If you would just like to go to www.srnutrition.co.uk and have a look at my blog on herbal teas, there is a list of just a few that are not really recommended for consumption during pregnancy. But otherwise, what we're going to talk about today is a variety of other herbal teas that are okay to include. Now, variety is key because actually the second point is that if you are consuming a maximum of your 4 herbal teas a day, it's really important to make sure that they are from a variety of different herbal teas. It's really important not to over-consume any herbs, just again, as I said, because we do not have data on how safe it is to consume herbs in high doses. And on that note, it's really important to say that for herbs that you are buying perhaps over the internet, or you're buying them in medicinal doses, it's really important to check with your GP first. Most of the time, therapeutic amounts of herbs or herbs in high doses are not recommended for pregnancy at all. So I would always recommend to check with your GP before taking anything that is herbal that you have ordered over the internet. Now, most herbal teas, especially herbs that you see in day-to-day foods, are absolutely fine to consume during pregnancy. But as I said, variety, as with everything, is the key, to be perfectly honest. So, herbal teas that are safe during pregnancy, or teas in general that are safe during pregnancy, is really important for some people because actually we are restricted in what we can be drinking. So we have restrictions on how much caffeine we should have a day. And for this reason, I always recommend just finding a decaf tea that you really like. So whether it be your favourite brand, whether it be a brand that you've just tried and you really like their decaf options, find a good decaf option, whether that's tea or coffee, and try and use that during pregnancy. There's a small amount of caffeine in decaf tea options, but really small amount, so it's absolutely fine to consume those, and especially it does give you that real tea taste and that tea feeling. Now, just to say that this is just something that I've picked up randomly, but really important, do go and find your own decaf tea options that you prefer. The other thing, my favourite during pregnancy so far has actually been Red Bush. I really like Red Bush. I find it very refreshing, and for me, I actually consumed that before I became pregnant anyway, so it was not really much of a swap for me to go from having normal tea to having decaf and Red Bush options. So for me, Red Bush is what I tend to drink throughout the day. It's very low in tannins, and it also it's completely caffeine free, so it's naturally caffeine-free tea. So very safe and absolutely fine to consume during pregnancy. Other teas that you can include are fruit tea. So for example, I've got a lemon tea here, a strawberry and raspberry, so many different options of fruit teas out there. So again, have an experiment and find out which versions of fruit teas that you really enjoy and try and include them, or swap some of your current teas for them in the diet. When it comes to herbal teas, there are some brilliant options available. Again, there's such a wide variety, and it is about varying which teas you have each day. So for example, lemon and ginger is an incredibly popular tea for pregnant women. It is anecdotally thought that that the ginger in there may help with nausea, and some women absolutely swear by it. There is a bit of research on that too, so there is research that suggests that nausea is helped and can be reduced if people are consuming ginger. So lemon and ginger is absolutely fine. Something like mint and peppermint, again, a very popular one, and one that people often swear by for helping with things like nausea and sickness as well. Very, again, good option to include during pregnancy too. I've also picked up another one here, which is spiced ginger, just to show the variety that you can have. And there's also things, for example, like chamomile as well, chamomile tea that you can include during pregnancy. So those are just some options that we know are safe, to consume during pregnancy. But as I said, regardless of what herbal teas you're having, the recommendation are to limit them to no more than 4 cups of herbal tea per day, and a really good idea to try and vary those. So for example, during the day you could have a normal tea or coffee. You could have 1 or 2 decaf teas and coffees. You could opt for a red bush tea. You could opt for some fruit tea, or you could go for a couple of your favourite herbal tea options. So there are plenty of tea and coffee options that you can have during pregnancy, but you just need to be a bit careful. Of course, there are plenty of other options. The ones that I have suggested here are literally the ones that I went to the supermarket and they were the first thing that I found and then brought back with me. So I'm not promoting those above any others, and I have certainly not been paid or asked to write this blog, just a little disclaimer there, but lots and lots of different options to choose from. If you want more information, please do go to my website, which is www.srnutrition.co.uk, and go onto my blog and just search for herbal teas, and there are 2 blog posts there with a lot more detail, as well as references and other places that you can go for information. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to speaking to you again on my next vlog. Bye bye.